Holy crap, we're dumping off of open. I didn't even get time to say hi to the live stream. It started, but I'm just getting my chart set here. All right, well, good morning. Welcome back to the collective. As you can see, the market's not waiting for me to do my intro before it starts running. I should have started it, admittedly, a minute before open. I tried to. Yeah, we did a good analysis this morning, but this kind of didn't fit with the analysis, this down move. It was the other side of my analysis. We've got 8:30 news today. That was this up move here that formed that little 1 minute imbalance here. Also a 15-minute fair value get there, but I'm gonna go to the higher time frame before I start breaking down the internal stuff, like the daily chart. So obviously this daily imbalance we traded into yesterday. As we can see, there was a very large wick actually trading into the wick from the 17th and kind of holding within there. ES dug a little bit deeper, closer to that weekly low there. Then wicked back up and is actually holding that daily imbalance. Then go to the 4 hour. SMT was with the 6 a.m. low and then the 2 o'clock low of the 4 hours. So ES took it. Should even draw on ES. So ES took that low. Then we saw a little bit of expansion, right? Coming into the overnight session, I had some lows that I want to see taken, and I have to go to the 50-minute to say that. So I wanted to see us trade below these lows into this lower balance and kind of then work our way higher, right? So we did do that. Asia session put this low in, rallied. These were London's highs, 2 relative equal highs, dropped lower, took Asia's low, S&T with ES there. Then we kind of consolidate. Then on an hourly time frame, you can see these nice 2 up close candles, getting this hourly order block, which I wanted to see hold. We're holding that 15-minute and then internal to the hourly, the 15-minute.
50-minute holding like a champ.
And okay.
So because we have 2 SMTs at the lows, and there's no SMTs at the highs yet, and we've had bullish structure, hourly change in states, bullish, this 50-minute bullish gaps holding. I do want to see previous day's high taken on, well, YM's the strongest, so YM's going to take it first, and then going to look to see how we react off of that previous day high SMT.
Jesus.
To see how...
it's a little bit unfortunate. If I wanted to be bullish, right? But now seeing this massive reactions, like big stop loss territory. But yes, I wanted to see that 50-minute hold. We've got the S&T here now too. So it's definitely interesting with that down move there. But I am bullish. Definitely bullish.
What news do we have today?
We had PC consumer sentiment or something. Or
PC price index, yeah.
Yeah, that's price index.
And then we have consumer sentiment at 10, orange folder.
Yeah. So the thing with these big expansion candles, and why I don't always get in on them. All right, that's 55 points. What am I going to take? Like, say I take this, my stop loss, I'm doing one contract on the stop loss. 100-point profit target. I mean, that's fine with volatility, but I prefer to have better risk on trades. The expectation should at least be a 2R, right? So, like, if I could have got in on that change instead on the 1 minute, or if I could get in there, I guess. Right, we've got this 3-minute close, so 3-minute change in state. Put up this 15. It's holding it. It's holding the 15-minute gap. Get the up move. I am bullish, but it might be hard to get in a trade here. I do like the previous day's high, right? That's my target here. And then, like, honestly, like, higher time frame, I don't expect these highs to be left as the highs at all times, then reverse and we go down to here or whatever. I think it would take one more. I should go make sure the live stream started. I always do that, or the mics aren't messed up, but I didn't do that today.
I went for low again. Because didn't we stream all yesterday with low mics?
No, I fixed it.
Oh, okay.
Holy crap, they're low.
Jeez.
Gee. Hold on, switch quick. It's funny. Did the entire analysis and then freaking
15 minutes. So we traded
Dude,
below the
I
15
was
minutes.
fixing the mics. Nobody heard it.
Oh, okay. You have it muted or what?
Oh, they're still fucked up. See, I didn't change anything. That's weird. Okay, we got mic issues, but I'm not gonna let it distract me. So, holy sh! It's gonna be a funny live stream. It's gonna be the entire time. Yesterday it got fixed. This time I don't think it's gonna get fixed. Jeez,
So trading into that 1 minute gap. This 1 minute gap's massive though.
it's 50 points.
Yeah.
Hit that. If it hits that order block there, the breaker.
It traded to the 5 minute change state and the 3 minute, 1 minute gap.
You know, I like that like a lot.
I do like it too. It's just we'll not put my stop loss that far away.
You could put it below the gap, I guess.
Yeah.
God damn.
I'm also not really expecting.
Retracement, internal model.
Well, no, I was gonna say I'm not really expecting NQ to get all the way up there. It is the weakest out of the three.
All the way up there.
Oops.
Doesn't feel that far away. My size just doesn't fit today. It's horrible. To do 2 contracts again, man. Like, okay, that would be about $400 for a TV. Okay, I don't know. I can't live stream knowing the mics are messed up like this.
I don't know if we can do about it now. We don't know what the hell we're doing. It's techie
Well,
stuff.
it just doesn't make sense. Like, they were fine yesterday after I switched it. And then shut it off, open it back up, and it's like, got a filter on it. And it's not like I have a software where I've got a voice changer or anything that could affect it and make it sound like this. It's just doing it by itself.
Yeah.
Dude, I want to be in this alongside. Obviously, I mean, just to the previous this high would be good enough for me. It'd be nice if this might be asking for too much, but if we could go back down lower once more, get an internal model. Might be asking for too much, but I think it's asking for too much.
Yeah.
Like, is this, in this case, is it okay to have a stop loss at that 1 minute fair value gap low?
The fair value gap? Oh, yeah, because it's a massive fair value gap.
I thought so. Not in, though. I want it to be. I'm going to wait for internal. Might get burned, but I'm waiting for better risk. Like if we formed SMT with something. Just because ES is already approaching us high here.
Yeah.
I love the trade, but I don't love the risk and kind of the correlation between ES and NQ right now. Okay, I'm going to try and unplug some of this stuff. Did I fix the mics? Nope. Okay, that's fine. Just going to leave it. I'll have to leave it.
Okay, there's the internal sweep.
Okay, good.
I'm going to be cautious taking anything, though, because YM did just take the previous high right there.
This is the weirdest mic issue ever. I really wish we had so many people in here. They're like, yeah, this is what's wrong with your mics.
Yeah, somebody knows what they're talking about. Well, it's not a mic itself issue, which is good.
No, mics are good most of the time.
It would be the USB port issue.
I don't know
Or something.
I don't know if it's that. It's an internal like freaking issue with like some settings or like how it's being transmitted. I think. Have you listened to it?
Yeah. Yesterday I did.
Did you hear yourself?
Yeah.
That's funny. When I laugh. Holy crap. Okay, whoa, hold on. We tagged that order block. Ooh, that is clean. Hold on. Oh no. Might be getting in something here. Yes, though, it is taking that high. Or sorry, it has taken that high. It's not taking it. It has. But for ES to run to the daily, those highs there, that's far away still. Now you see NQ giving a setup that has good risk. What do you think about this one?
I mean, it looks pretty good. Yeah.
Okay, I'm in this. Where's that high? What is? Oh crap! No way. Oh, that's what's messed up. Okay. It's expected like 2.5 R. But I'm watching ES though. I'm really attentive to ES here. It's just passing through the internal high, which I expected, obviously, but I'm watching it as it comes up to the highs here.
Oops. I want to see this 50-minute candle close, just to see if ES can get through that high and get a good closure and not reverse. Still have 1 more minute. It would also be paired with the 3-minute order block.
Oh. So ES did kind of reject that high. It was splicing through it. I'm gonna take the stop loss right there. It's unfortunate. Eyes might be off today.
Well, I'm just thinking because high time frame, I still want to see that previous week's low met. Yeah, we're still in the daily gap, but on the 4 hour, it looks like a sell model to that previous week's low. And the only SMTs we have are the internal ones, like intraday, which higher time frame I wouldn't want to see be the SMT for like a continuation back to all-time highs necessarily. So we got this move here was a retracement to equilibrium on YM. YM just traded to equilibrium
Well,
right there.
NQ also is at equilibrium.
Yep.
It is.
Yeah. Thank you's at equilibrium as well. So now we have SMT at the highs with the previous day's high. I want to see if YM reverses, because if YM reverses off previous day's high and this SMT holds and is validated, then we can expect the move lower to session lows and then previous day's low, working our way towards that previous week's low.
I do think I just potentially got stop hunted, as in like my stop was at the internal low and it took it one more time. It did take it on ES too, that internal low.
Yeah, ES isn't reversing.
I'm gonna stay out of this. I'll paper trade it because it would be it looks like a re-entry, right? But if it failed the first time, I don't want to be hopping back into it.
So we would be getting the 3-minute order block on this one. But yeah, I got my eye on that low right after 9:30. See.
Call it fuck around Friday.
Yeah.
Still expect it to run out the high on NQ here. Just unfortunate how it came back down one more time. The stupid part is I've got too much confidence in this trade.
Yeah. The well, never mind. I was gonna say the 3 minute change state was holding.
Mom, I am on paper. Just because of our confidence in something doesn't mean it's a good trade, especially because I got stopped the first time. Like I know that if I get stopped the first time, it usually doesn't play out as much confidence as I could have in my draw and liquidity. Sometimes you're just wrong with the draw and liquidity. We do have the internal SMT at the highs still here, so like it's not. I'm just kind of trading up what it's giving me, but it's not what I would choose to have given to me. Like it's not the best A plus model. I just have a confident draw liquidity. You see kind of these two SMTs, like how it's on both ends of the range here. Like that, to me, does kind of sponsor consolidation.
If we can form this 50-minute bearish order block, that'd be a spot where I'd look to take potential shorts.
ES has a bullish order block.
Yeah, I'd want to see ES start to, because it did sweep that internal high and then starting to reject. So I want to see if it can get back down below like that 5-minute imbalance.
I think starting to reject. It's not really doing that yet. If it gets that change, it's yeah, like you said. It's funny because like on a normal day without this massive volatility, I'd be in probably on that the up candle was a little bit more natural or within that fair value gap and not have taken out. But making the adjustment for the larger size today, having the tighter stop loss, choked it out too much. A little bit of a takeaway there. Gonna reserve any trading till after 10. Just want to see how it finishes out the 4-hour candle. We have 5 minutes till the 10 a.m. opens. Currently looking like we're in consolidation. So I think anything from here out, after that first trade failed, you turn back into the range and then kind of just mess around, kind of frame the consolidation. With the SMTs at both sides here too. But just with, my expectation was with this up move, and then with this down move, then we would run higher. Kind of like the double purge, right? Takes the high, goes to the low, bench. There's also the SMT there was nice, right? But then again, ES was the more bullish one, right? So if we go to ES, anything taken on ES to the internal high where it'd be a break-even trade, right? Be getting in. First would be bad, but you'd be getting in probably in there somewhere. I guess even taking the trade where I did was at the same time that ES was above the high here. So assuming it was displacing above the high for the candle closure too. Well, there's 2 more days left in this month.
Monday, Tuesday. Do you have any news?
Wednesday, actually, October 1st is non-farm. Next week's non-farm.
Yeah.
Because, I mean,
First week of the month.
ADP and then,
Friday, right?
yeah. So, there's jolts on Tuesday when it's the 30th of September.
Not really the speed and displacement you want to be seeing.
No, I said we're in a consolidation. I'm sticking with that. So I'm think
For the past month, it seems like every time after open, it just chops.
yep.
Or it's more likely to chop right after open. Pre-market and overnight session are clean, and then it just slow grinds higher or lower. There's some volatility. 10 a.m. That's an orange folder. So we SMT the previous 4-hour candle high. I'm gonna watch that. If we're gonna get the move lower, I don't want to see us go higher than that.
Damn,
SMT that we've been.
ES got real close to that the buy side from yesterday.
Yeah, previous day's high.
It did inverse all of its 4 hours though. Just
Mhm.
make that clear for ES, right? It did happen to have a bigger bullish close. I said I think we're in consolidation. So not surprised if we go back up after this. There's that paper stop loss right there. Trailed it a little. It would have been a break-even trade. I would have went to break-even once we were up at that SMT. But
So we didn't trace to the 5-minute change in state level, which was aligned with that 1-minute gap. We just continued to sell off. So now we'll get the 15-minute change in state or order block, I guess, mitigation block, whatever you want to call it, off of the internal SMT. So I'll look to take a short off of that once this 15-minute candle closes.
8 minutes.
Yep.
What's I guess the reaction off the SMT at the highs is a better reaction than the one at the lows. I wish the ES had taken those kind of relative equal highs as the previous high, but it can fall short things.
I don't want to see us continue to double right now, though, because I want to get in on this.
During the seek and destroy date?
No, I think we're ready for the expansion, because that was the manipulation that I wanted to see. Lime's reversing off that previous day's high.
Yeah.
And I don't expect us to reverse off of London's low because we already had SMT there. So even after London's low gets taken, if we take London's low prior to
Equal lows.
me getting in, I still look for a short.
There's kind of equal lows here. Yes, they are equal. So if you were bearish, you'd be looking for those lows. So you'd look for the 9:30 sell side, and then further the 7 a.m. equal lows, kind of London session low. Actually, it's London's low. So that down move did inverse everything on a kind of a 1 minute basis here. What do we got? 2 minutes also been inversed. But importantly, you'd wait for that 15-minute closure.
I was going to take, if we retraced to that 1 minute gap aligned with the 5 minute change in state and then got a little bit of a reaction out of it, I was going to get in there, but
It just jumped off the 1 minute change state.
Yeah. Yeah, so I hope we'll probably form a 5 minute gap at 10:15, and I would just take an entry on the top of that.
Sounds risky. The tap of it.
Yeah. And I'd probably run this to previous day's low. Depending on the risk, actually. We'll see. If it's good risk, I'll take it to London's low. If it's where I feel confident with the stop loss isn't super good risk, I'll take it to previous day's low. I want this 15-minute closure first, though.
So the 5 minute close there has a very nice close. Got 4 minutes for the next 5 minute candle, which would form that 5 minute gap you were talking about.
Yep.
We've got a 2 minute gap though. And the 15-minute change in state also would close the same time you form the 5 minute imbalance.
That's all I was kind of wanting to pair those together.
Suppose you'd target London's low now that we are reacting, and then further also the previous day's low.
I would target previous day's low, just with the risk. I want my stop loss above that 5 minute gap and probably like the 15-minute rejection block kind of area.
Ooh, you know what you'd be taking? One contract? Two contracts?
Yeah, I'd be taking 2.
Just embrace the size. Just take your normal 5 and let's see what happens.
Yeah.
What's the worst that would go? What's the worst that would happen? Picking that sell side, low midnight opening price, coming to the 7,640 sell side, which is the 4-hour candle low. I wish we could have done this movement at 6, the 6 a.m. candle. Opened up the 4-hour, having this bear change in state. That'd be nice for the 4-hour look.
Okay, I got my limit at that 5-minute gap. Just gonna close here in a minute.
I've taken the internal low with S&T, technically.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Shouldn't be a thing, though.
That doesn't bother me. Just because higher time frame, I have the higher time frame structure backing it. SMT at the previous high, strong reaction with internal SMT, 15-minute change in state.
I will admit it looks bearish, yes. I would consider a good trade in 5-minute, getting good reaction out of it in the 1 minute.
Yeah, I'm gonna take just the tap, and then if we get internal, that's super clear.
Are you going full size on the tap?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if we get something super clear internal, I'll look to add and then trail.
So it opens, or sorry, it closes and forms a 5-minute now.
Yeah.
Also 15-minute change in state.
Yeah, I like that retracement. I just hesitated a little bit on the 5-minute change in state up after the reversal. Wanted a little bit extra internal.
Well, it's kind of a worse sell price than the 5-minute fair value gap if it's going to trade to it.
No, I'm not talking now.
What?
What are you saying?
You said I hesitated on the 5-minute change that. I said, well, it kind of didn't happen until right here, which is going to be a worse fill than the 5-minute gap.
No, at the top,
It didn't actually get 5-minute change.
the order block right there.
It didn't get it.
Yeah, the last up candle before the SMT was put in.
Yeah, that's kind of. If I took that though and it got stopped out, I would be like, well, I should have waited for this one to get close below. Or I mean, that's me, but
yeah, well, that's just where I wanted to see the reversal. I just wanted a little extra internal, but whatever. So if we don't get this retracement prior to taking out London's low, I would probably be waiting for like I don't know. I have to see. I hope we just get this retracement now though. Make things a lot easier. And then my stop loss is going to be at the 15-minute rejection block, which is above the 5-minute gap and the 3-minute gap.
the reason you get good risks is you're holding it for 200 points. No, 200 points.
Yeah, 215.
Yeah.
Stop loss is 73 points.
It's big. Big.
We just got lots of volatility, so.
Recently, yeah. I mean, the last 2 days, but it's not always been the good volatility. You know, I prefer more fluent price action.
might not be getting this retracement. Because NQ's the weakest, I'm not sure if it's going to get the retracement. If it doesn't, I'd be, let's see.
You would want to,
Well, we'll have a,
wouldn't you?
if we continue to consolidate, we'll have a 15-minute gap. So then I could shift my focus to there. But if we just expand through the low, I would have to wait until probably 11 o'clock to look to frame a continuation.
Yeah, and I don't really want to trade up getting cooked. I don't want to cook it more. This entire week has been absolutely bad. Encroaching. 4:30. It's pretty good.
Yeah, so I got one of three things. Either retracement to the 5-minute before taking the low, and then I'll be tapped in. If we don't get that, it would be the potential 50-minute retracement, the 50-minute for value gap, and then expansion lower. And if we just run lower without offering a retracement, I would take, once this 10 o'clock candle closes, I would look to trade the 11 o'clock continuation to prove it stays low. Since I'm expecting this to be the high day, taking any of the internal lows doesn't really shift my focus away from pre stays low. Okay, so we took London's low. Took London's low. I'm not going to limit into this 5-minute anymore. Gonna watch this 15-minute once we close that.
She'll melt.
Yeah.
So both session lows taken. So I guess now you would extend this and target the previous day lows. You're done here early. They're
All right, there. Mics are good. We're on.
yeah.
Okay. So yeah, if we get a retracement to the 15-minute gap prior to 11, and then get good internal, I would take it, expecting 11 a.m. just to continue lower. But if we don't get any retracements yet, I'll wait for 11. Because there's still lots of room to the previous day's low, 160 points still. So if we don't get the retracement prior to 11, we'll have two 15-minute imbalances. So I look for some sort of retracement and then
Currently haven't on a
continuation.
on a 15-minute basis. We haven't closed below that London low. Hey,
Yeah, not yet. Taking a long.
SMT.
Yeah, internal SMT.
I mean, yes, it is falling short of the equal lows though.
I mean, it's probably, if it works, it's only going to work to the 15-minute gap, I would assume, before we get a continuation lower.
It just seemed to short today. Maybe we do run the highs up. Well, that one. Oh, 2 minute.
I actually hope we don't form this lower 15-minute. Because that'll offer better confirmation entry.
Wait for the 3 minute close.
Okay, there. Good. So we don't have a lower 15-minute that we're going to form. Still have 20 minutes until this hourly closes.
Those equal lows are interesting to me. I did a pre-bar one day. Reminded me of you.
What? What? Oh.
Jeez. You're not, yeah.
Okay, so almost in the 50-minute. So if we trade this 15-minute and say the internal is not super great, but we get the 15-minute order block right at 11, I would just short right at 11 o'clock, expecting it to deliver. That's assuming that this 50-minute candle trades into the 50-minute gap. The next 50-minute candle is bearish, forming the order block. That would also give us a really good hourly close.
Looking like a good reversal here. They're fading you.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm not actually fading you. I'm just... The 50-minute did not close below that. It literally made a real strong effort of not closing below that. Like, it literally closed to the tick, both the same, or close and open at the same price, right below it. It did close below it, but by a tick, so...
Okay, there's the 15-minute gap traded to.
I just personally like the buy side offering, but it is definitely tricky to pick a side here. I'm if I were to bet on anything, I'd bet on in between consolidation, not moving.
There we go.
I'll trade you.
Okay, so we do have S&T with that 15-minute gap.
Almost in that 5 minute.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
You got within it.
We'll see if I should have left my limit there or not.
Got within a point.
So we have S&P with the 15-minute gap with YM. YM failed to trade into it, which is actually good because YM was the most bullish out of the 3 this morning earlier. So that's a good sign.
Don't get me wrong, but what I would have wanted would have been that 5 minute to get traded to before taking London's Low, then going right through London's Low, not reversing off of it with SMT.
Yeah, that would have been better. Trade's still in the cards, in my opinion. But if we're gonna get that move to previous day's low, I do think the next 50-minute candle will engulf this entire 50-minute candle that we just printed. So there's a 5-minute where my old limit was.
You're either a top ticker or it's good that you didn't leave it.
Yeah. See. Two minutes left into the 50-minute candle closes, so we'll see if we can. I'd like, obviously, if we could stay within that 50-minute gap.
What are you doing the charts different this day? You like looking up there?
Actually, I usually do my analysis in the morning here. I have my journal down here.
Oh,
I just never put.
used to it.
I just never put up. No, but then I put it down here. I don't know. I just did it today. I just thought I'll put the live stream up.
Yeah.
So actually have it like this. I can see if anybody joins.
Nope, has been.
ES looks really good for shorts too.
Yeah, it is that equilibrium of the down move from 10.
So traded to that 5-minute upper portion of the 15. 1 minute till the, not even 1 minute, 20 seconds until this 50-minute candle closes. If we inverse that 5-minute gap that we're going to form here at 10:55, I'd probably take that as a short. Take that short, I'd ride it to previous size low for a 2.6 R, roughly, if we get a good close. And if we get that, it'll probably be the 15-minute close as well, which would align with that order block. Yes, my old 5-minute fair value gap limit would be looking good right now.
Was that hindsight?
No, 'cause I had it there before. I'm fine to not having it there, obviously, because we took the internal low. So I knew we'd get some sort of internal if we're getting that deep of a retracement. If we're getting a 100-point retracement into a gap, we'll probably get internal.
I have to trade at lunch just because lunch has been cleaner than the AM. So wait, if ES took the equal lows and had internal SMT, because now NQ looks more bullish. It did have a bit of a bigger expansion, and ES is down here relative to NQ. Down there. So ES he has taken this into low. Could put SMT in. Oh, sorry. I guess I'm directly fading. Okay, my bad.
It doesn't matter.
No, I totally forgot about that.
If that's what you got confidence in, go for it.
No, I've got confidence in neither right now, but I'm just monitoring. I'm not really not trading today. It's funny, I didn't mean to fade you. It was a subconscious fade. Would you just be taking the 2-minute inverse, 3-minute inverse?
No, I'd be taking the 5-minute, probably. I would have preferred if it happened with the 50-minute close, giving us the order block out of the 50-minute. So we'll see. Just because then that would offer the a good place for the 11 o'clock candle to trade into. But still, if we get the 5-minute inversion, I'll still take it, expecting to continue lower. And then if 11 o'clock retraces into the 50-minute order block or whatever, then that'd be fine. So we got 1 minute till this 5-minute candle closes. By the looks of it, it's going to be the next 5-minute candle that'll inverse it.
It's funny, just because I've been losing more than winning this week. It's like I want to fade this setup. Although I know that it is a more bearish setup. Like, it looks more bearish. But I want to fade it. That's a mental thing I've never had.
We might get this inversion here.
Yeah, like, I want to fade this.
Okay. I'm in there.
Okay, you know what I did? I faded it. On paper.
Oh, yeah.
Just to prove a point to myself that it would stop me out here. I do like that for shorts. Like, it is a short setup.
All right, so yeah, 5-minute inversion. Hoping we get the follow through into 11. Into 11. So we get this 15-minute order block as well. And then, yeah, my target is going to be previous day's low.
Like, if I hadn't lost the trade, I'd be in the short, by the way.
Yeah. It's hard to get in the right amount of risk because the size is so big. So like each contract is worth so much.
Are you 43 point stop loss or are you freaking 70 point?
68 point. I got above with a 5-minute candle that inversed the gap.
No. Swing high now. Swing high, dude.
Looks, I don't.
Swing
I
high,
mean, yeah, should, but
I
don't expect it to.
Dude, this is the exact same trade that I got stopped out because it went to the rejection block, not the swing high.
We already have the SMT though with
Wow.
the 50-minute gap, so I don't really expect it to retrace that high.
A little fair value up here. You want to see hold?
But like each contract's $140 risk. Like if I want to add
You're
like 50,
3 contracting.
I'm in 2 only. Because if I add another one, it's like I'm adding quite a bit. So
Off that BPR, I'll get better balance here.
Good shit. What have we got here?
If
Three
we were,
minute?
if I might add one now that the risk's a little bit better.
Oh, your RR, yeah.
Nah, it's still a big if I enter more.
I at least wanted to see ES take the low. And put that. It'd take those equal lows. That would have been a nice move. I guess leaving them is better bear case.
Right, I added one there.
Okay, I can't willingly be in the fade of your position. That feels like a dink move.
So yeah,
It's testing something on my own accord.
in there a little bit extra. Their retracement allowed me to.
And you showed your stop loss
No, I left my stop loss.
at the swing high? Rejection block.
No, I have it the 5-minute candle that inverts the 5-minute gap.
High?
The high of that candle, yeah.
The wick high. .5 R2 previous day low from here. I would say that I really like that 5-minute inverse off that 15-minute gap. Or 5-minute. 15-minute, 5-minute gap. Yeah. It's like a trade that I've taken before. It's like if we, so what have we got? We got a bearish 5-minute. So kind of 5-minute BPR. If we form that, not even that. If we, hold on. If we just get a little bit higher, come more to equilibrium, hesitate for a little bit, and then get a bearish 1-minute change. I've taken that trade before. Kind of the exact same setup here. Where you have the initial rally on open, then the move lower, then move higher, and then you get the displacement 5-minute gap. You get the internal model. So yesterday I reviewed the entire August month price action, and I didn't recall a trade that was like this. I'm in a gap right there.
Yeah. Yeah, so ideally with this 5-minute BPR holds and we get the 5-minute order block, which would also confirm the 15-minute order block.
See, like now, if we got that 1-minute change in state, like that's the trade I was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Where actually every time I take it, I put my stop at the internal high, and then like way better riskier. Like that becomes a 4R. It's actually not that much better, but then I do trade it, and it is a 4R trade. So you can do half micros. So if we close below here, oops. The close below there, that's the 15-minute change in state. And there's got 3 minutes. It's got 3 minutes. So. So we got 2 minutes, or you'd want to see some displacement to the downside here, which would be the 15-minute. Kind of forming that order block that we would be trading there. A minute, actually.
Yeah.
So if it gets any displacement, that's your, it's looking to trade. I'll jab that if the 5th minute gets closed. It's also going to be a 1-minute inversion.
Okay, so we got the 15-minute order block. We didn't get the 5-minute order block, but
Okay,
I'm fine with that.
I got in there.
15-minute. So trading into the 15-minute order block right there. Don't want to see it trade any higher than that, really.
So we've got, where I go to break even is once ES is taking these kind of equal loads here. Or NQ, depending on if it were to start moving very aggressively.
Yeah, because we already delivered off of that 5-minute BPR with that strong bearish close, I don't want to see us go any low or any higher than where we're at right now. Should hold right here and get the sell off.
So this is kind of the trade I was talking about too. I was like taking this before, and with that 15-minute extra confirmation, that's pretty good for me. Confidence in it, but goddamn, I'm a little shaky with it. So again, break even is once ES is taking these equal lows at left. Again, another confluence and reason why I do like it. It's got one main version, one order block out of the 5-minute, also the 15-minute change in state.
Oh, that's also the open of the 11 o'clock candle as well.
Oh yeah, so that wick's fine there actually.
So 11 o'clock, right? Expecting exactly like we outlined. I said I wanted that 15-minute to get traded to and then engulfed immediately after, which would offer a good PD array for 11 o'clock to shallowly trade into before the expansion.
Which chart's messed up. I do like this trade. Like I've been able to flip the bias, seeing enough things work that way. Not hot. Not looking good. Bottom picking. It's a little bit unfortunate there. We've got, like, that is just the hourly wick, but it's not trading into anything. There's hourly order block, sure, but would want the expansion up lower, not higher.
Okay, well, we just internal SMT'd that high with YM. The high in that 5-minute.
Okay, I'm gonna. Where's your stop loss? Still up there?
I haven't moved mine yet.
Okay. We are about to close the new 5-minute candles. So
now that we have the SMT, if we get the 3-minute change in state to the downside, I would look to add my position and then trail my stop loss to this internal high. Now that we have SMT, and then I could confirm that that's the wick of the hourly candle.
goddamn.
So if we get some displacement here, I'll probably add one contract, and then I'll trail my stop loss. It's also good the 15-minute candle traded to the premium end, like to the midpoint, 50% of the previous 50-minute candle. So that's where you'd want to see us stay below. So we wick just above it, and then now we're back in the discounted portion. This 3-minute candle closes right now, basically. Doesn't look like we're gonna get the change in state. No. Okay, so one more 3-minute candle. If this 3-minute candle is another, like if it's a decent down candle, I'll trail my stop loss. Good reaction off of YM as well, initially. Off that S&P. So not ideal how we're engulfing that entire rejection that we had. Still haven't touched my stop loss though.
It's getting pretty close to touching mine, or I don't want it to.
Yes is in a 5-minute BPR, which is good.
You know what? If that 50-minute change state could have followed through a little bit better, then yeah, it would look very nice. That's about the only thing I worry about. It's just like a little very shallow one. But it did also have the hourly close, right? This hourly close has the hourly order block that we are trading with. It's just a tight trade again. Like the trade, it's a 44-point stop loss, but it is still a tight stop loss. So okay, this might be another loss. Might book a negative 2R day again. That is not looking hot. This is a very tough week for me. And it's funny because I really want to stay out of this trade. I was needing a lot of confirmation on it, and I like it. That's why I'm in it. But it's one of the trades. So I was like, I'm not gonna take the inverse. I'm gonna wait for more confirmation because I was a little suspicious of this. Us taking the low with ST. Then we get the retracement to equilibrium. Then we get the inversion. So where I would have normally entered, okay, I'm gonna wait for the internal model just in case, right? And get the retracement to the 5-minute, hold it, 15-minute change in state. For me, that was a given entry. That was like, I'm gonna take that. I need to take that. But I guess the market condition, right? We are consolidating currently. How many candles? So far, 17 minutes of consolidation, relative consolidation. I'm wanting to bet on it going lower now that we've got that, this retracement up there in the 15-minute and the 5-minute there. But it's not really moving. And then I guess the 15-minute down here, it should stay in the lower end of that, but it wasn't being very aggressive to the downside. Like with good displacement, I would be able to say, yeah, we put the hourly wick in because we are trading within the hourly breaker or block. But it just hesitates in the drawdown there. Not that good. A big close kind of working on ES lower too because it's got those equal lows would be nice. That's also the break even point. Regardless of where NQ is at that time, as soon as ES is taking those equal lows, that's a break even. And on the trade, I'm either, hold on, let's see. Probably going to just be all out at this sell side here. Not the previous day's low, but this one. To 3R. We've already journaled the trade here, confluences, etc. In my opinion, it's an A+ trade, so. So 5 minutes and we've closed a new 15-minute candle. What you would want is aggressive movement the next 5 minutes because we want the candle following the change in state to not be a opposing candle. So if we just formed a swing high here and a midterm high off of that SMT with YM and got the displacement, that's obviously a good look for the trade. Still watching ES here as we hold that 5-minute gap, slowly start to roll over. And I'm expecting NQ to also roll over. And also noting we're done with the consolidation, should be us taking these lows, would be grounds to have an expansion. So I guess ES also has that SMT. So ES and Q both relatively slightly weaker compared to YM here. But it's funny because YM is actually weaker. Putting in a different SMT, but not quite. YM's weird. So it hasn't taken London low, but it took this internal low. So it's a little messed up. So this is a diamond hand trade. I'm not adjusting much except for that break even once ES is taking his lows.
If this 15-minute candle could close below the previous 15-minute candle low, that would be really good. Because then I would feel confident with move my stop loss to that swing high in the 5-minute BPR because that obviously again would be the confirmation of the hourly wick.
It's bad when you need to book a win. Right. Also, the trade, I made the decision that it is off at the sell side here because of the aggressive nature of the sell side. It could run lower, but I like that once more confidence. And obviously this trade fails and done with the day. I will be logging off for the weekend, obviously. Yeah. Just with that hourly close and the wick we just formed, like, to me, this is looking good. This is looking like the opportunity for the expansion. The first initial 7 minutes of the trade, 10 minutes actually were a little slow. Got 3 minutes of 15-minute candle that I do want to see close, like he said, below the previous candle low. Even further too would be closing below the constant encroachment of that one. So like if we were getting below here, that'd be nice. Kind of just hesitating at the rejection of the previous swing low there. Definitely expecting it to go lower though. 15-minute.
We did get a 3-minute order block there with the 11 o'clock opening price. So yeah, I'd like to see that deliver this last minute here, or minute and a half.
Like if we look at ES, I think it's like any moment that it is getting that one candle move through all those lows. And I think I'll stand by it being one candle. It generally, when it's hesitating just above a sell side like that, it's going to take it out very quick. What I would want is the follow through. So ES taking that low is taking, this low over here. So now we're trading there. That's not really anything for reversal. That would be more of a confirmation that it is actually turning into a little weaker. And we'll start working lower on NQ as well. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be very transparent with the live stream. This is a very tough hold for a trade for me. Being down and pretty tight on room on an XFA is a little stressful.
So good 15-minute close, expecting that to be the low of the hourly candle, or the high, sorry.
Here's that kind of one candle nature I was talking about ES working towards those lows with. We got the aggressive expansion here. I'll look for that the break even once we take those equal lows, relative equal lows. I don't want to give it a too tight of a break even, right? And not give it room to deal with how it wants to trade here. The 50-minute, though, this new 50-minute candle should be the expansion candle. If we were looking at it in terms of a very bearish market, expecting the draw to be lower, you would open up after the change in state, after retracing into it, and then having the bearish close to then just expand. And your targets would be the following previous day's PM session sell side liquidity and AM session sell side liquidity. So the 9:30 low and the 2 p.m. low, or the 10 a.m. low and then the 2 p.m. low. That's actually both 4-hour lows that are pretty good. So yes, dropping pretty close to that sell side, but leaving it a little bit. The 1.5, I do still expect it. There's no reason for me not to expect it to go through there. And so no reason to be at break even yet.
Yeah, so not ideal, but still dealing within the 5-minute, lower end of the 5-minute inversion. I don't want to see us return. I failed my stop loss above that internal high because I don't expect us to run that SMT if we're going to get the expansion lower. Right, like you don't want to see this strong of a move and trade all the way back up into the premium of that after getting the SMT and then the change in state.
I haven't had a freaking winning trade since I got this monitor, dude.
It was bad luck. You
Yeah,
gotta sell it.
God damn it. Karma one from Regina. Fucking that one's profitable. Jeez. Actually, no, I have. So, still leaving the stop loss at that swing high. Just watching as it comes closer to it and kind of invalidates the idea. Like I was saying before, there's no reason to, to think that it would invalidate it. Oh, now there's a slight bit of a reason. It's rejecting really aggressively off that sell side there. I've got about, if this trade loses, about one more trade I could take on this XFA. When you're in a winning trade, you generally don't have this consolidation. There's a stop loss on the trade. I'm ending the day there. When I end the live stream too. I just don't think there'll be anything now. Oh, is that? That's my phone.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I know so many people in Halifax. I know so many people in Halifax. Okay, so end the live stream there. A little bit of an unfortunate trade. There's no other opportunities for me today. I'm not gonna trade anymore. So yeah, enjoy your weekend.
We'll see you Monday.
And I'll be doing some reflecting this weekend of the trading this week. It's just a very hard week today, or this week. So yeah.